Hi everybody, welcome back to the Imperfect Empath. I'm Stephanie Johnson, a licensed professional counselor associate, as well as a Texas licensed professional school counselor. And today, let me first get this off my chest. I'm a little annoyed because I don't have my little mic. Yeah. And initially I said I'm not going to record until I find my mic because I want to make sure I have really good sound. But all that to say, I'm recording anyway, with or without the mic. Life happens. It is what it is. I am the imperfect empath. So moving on, today I wanted to share a little bit about my own personal journey when it comes to therapy and why I think everyone should be in therapy. I know it's not everyone's belief system, but I do believe that everyone should be connected to someone somehow, getting some kind of counseling, getting some kind of guidance. So yeah, I want to talk about that just a little bit. This will be a rather short video, but if you're interested in hearing more, keep watching. So, personal disclosure, I have been in and out of therapy for many years now, pretty much since college. My first time ever seeing a therapist was when I went to the campus medical center. I don't know what they called it officially, but all I knew is that there was this place that I could go and get free sessions. And prior to that, I had never had any kind of experience with therapy, counseling, any of that. I am a preacher's kid, and I was raised with the idea of, you take all your problems to God, and that's where you leave them. You leave all your problems at the altar, and you don't have to talk about it anymore. You don't have to think about it anymore. We're just going to move on and press on and know and trust that God will take care of it. While I am still a believer and trusting that things will work out the way that they need to, I'm also a believer that you have to be a part of that process. It's not a passive process, it's pretty active. And so, why am I talking about it? Why am I talking about this? The reason why I'm talking about it is, I don't know. I think so often we talk about wellness, especially in the education realm, teacher wellness, educator wellness. And I think it gets overlooked. I think at the beginning of the year, we're like really gung-ho about it. And then something happens where we just kind of fall back into routine. And that routine is to minimize our feelings, minimize what we're going through, because the most important thing right now is to keep the ship sailing. The most important thing right now are our kids. Everything for the kids. Whatever we got to do for the kids. And I love the kids. Trust me, I love them. I've been working with them for about 10 years now. I even have one of my own. But I can no longer discount my own feelings and discount my own experience. And I hope that you all are not doing that either. Do an inventory, self-check, see where you are in your life and whether or not you have been minimizing the space that you're in order to further the agenda or the initiative of something else, right? That could be work, that could be a relationship, it could be whatever. I'm just going to speak from my perspective. It's people pleasing, it's avoidance, it's I'm going to do all the things so I don't have to address what's really going on in my life. And the problem with that is that you turn into a powder keg, right? There's a reason why teachers are absent like a ton towards the end of the school year. We're going into testing season as soon as we get back from winter break. Some of you are already test prepping. I feel like every year the test prepping happens earlier and earlier and earlier. And that's no fun, and it's really stressful. And I think it's time that we got honest with ourselves and just said, this is stressful. Like, this is harming me. You know, we hold stress in our bodies. I don't have the book in front of me, but Body Keeps the Score. You've probably heard of it. It's an oldie but goodie. And everyone refers back to it because it's so true. You know, you talk about your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous system and how we react and how we feel in our bodies. And it's a thing. It really is. And in the same way that we instruct our kids and tell them, hey, you need to ask for breaks, you know, don't be afraid to speak your needs, I feel like we don't follow that advice. I know that I don't. I don't always speak my needs because I often feel that my needs are going to be ignored. No one's going to care. Or they're going to minimize it and say, well, you don't really feel that way. You think you're stressed out, but you're not really stressed out. Maybe if you just manage your time a little bit better. When really deep down, I am feeling stressed. I am feeling overwhelmed. And it has nothing to do with how well I'm managing my time or lack thereof. It has nothing to do with the food that I'm eating or not eating. It has nothing to do with how hydrated or dehydrated I am. Like, I am just overwhelmed. And I'm in a space currently in my life where I am wanting to become more comfortable with saying what I need and what's happening to me. Like, I don't feel well. I'm not okay. For example, I'm just saying, you know, if I come in or before you even walk through the door, you know, that morning time is for you to check in with yourself. I get up crack of dawn. The reason why I do that is because I need time to check in and to find out where I am in the day or where I am in myself, so I will know where I will be during my day. And if I wake up already feeling down, already feeling overwhelmed, already feeling all the feelings, for whatever reason, you know, that might be a day I need to call in. Or maybe that's a day I need to have a delayed start. You know, I've done that. I've called in. I've said, you know what? I'm going to be 2 hours late today because I'm just needing a little extra time. You know, we have a life outside of all these systems and outside of our students and outside of our employer and our coworkers. You know, we have a life that existed before even our spouses, right? So, or our partners, whoever. So I guess I'm creating this video and sharing these thoughts because we're in that time of the year where behaviors are picking up for our students, and they're not just picking up for our students, they're picking up for us. I don't know about you, but you know, there's some shifts and some things that have been happening even in my personal life. You know, people passing away, there being misunderstandings and disputes or whatever. There's just been a variety of things that have been happening, and I'm supposed to come to work and I'm supposed to perform. I'm supposed to be on, right? Thankfully, I work at a school where my admin, they are human, right? And they allow me to feel human. You know, I am humanized when I walk through these doors. I don't feel like I'm just a cog in a wheel. I feel like a person who has experiences, and I have problems just like everybody else. And those things are acknowledged. But again, I will say that sometimes I silence myself, not because of anybody or any reason. It's just because I've moved through life mostly assuming that my needs will not be met, even if I speak them out loud. So why even bother? Why even try? So if that is you, if you are me, I encourage you to, one, be in some kind of therapy, seek some kind of counsel, spiritual, non-spiritual. Best friends don't count. I have a wonderful best friend who happens to be a psychiatrist, but when we talk on the phone together, she is not that to me. She is just my friend. She is my best friend, and we engage in that way. But when things are really, really heavy for me, I go to a professional, and that's where I unload, and that's where I process, and that's where I go deep, and I try to figure things out. And I encourage everybody to do that. We all have an EAP. That's called an Employee Assistance Program. If you don't know the name of yours, then I encourage you to reach out to HR or someone in the district so they can give you more information on that. I know with our school district, we get 3 free sessions a year. Well, a year per issue, because issues change throughout the year. Finally, take advantage of that. When we finally do make it to break, I know we got travel, we've got family, we've got festivities and fun and all the things. But for me, it's going to be really important that I just have some time to myself. I am an introvert slash extrovert, and time to myself is really, really important. And I have neglected that. I've just been busy and going, being a parent and wanting to make sure that my daughter is involved and she's engaging and lots of fun activities. It's not always in my best interest. And I know we're in the mindset, again, whatever for the kids, anything for the kids. But this holiday season, I'm going to take a step back. I'm pressing pause on some things. If I need some downtime, I'm going to have to make room for some downtime. If I need some quiet time or some time for an extra therapy session or time to move my body at the gym, time in nature, I'm going to recognize that, and I'm going to create some space for it. And I'm just going to encourage you all to make a list of things that you need to help you. Like, what are your needs? What are your challenges? And start figuring those things out now. New Year's Eve is going to be around. Everybody's going to have a resolution. Everybody's got things they want to change. I'm going to be different this year. It's going to be better this year. 2023 is my year. I kid, but the reality is that every day is an opportunity to start fresh, to do something different. If there is something that is happening in your life that is not sitting well with you, that is not jiving well with your spirit, then let's pause. Let's push pause on that and figure out other options, other ways to get back to a healthier place. This isn't about what's good for you, what's bad for you. We want to look at what's healthy, what's unhealthy, what's causing us harm, what's helping us, what's helping us, what's harming us. That's really the point that I'm trying to make. I hope it's coming across. So, in the meantime, I'm looking forward to break. I know you all are. While I'm on break, I'm going to be finishing up this wonderful book here. If you've heard of it, haven't, Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. I find that the more that I learn about myself, the more that I learn about my students and my parents and the people around me. Discovery of self is super important. It's hard to talk about it if you've never experienced it, if you've never been through it, if you've never, had your own journey. So I would like to go into the new year with new perspective and new ideas and a new way to approach my families here at my school and just in my personal life. So that's my TED Talk for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, again, take care of yourself and, know when to push pause. Hope y'all have a great holiday.